What is up? This is the She's the Owner podcast. I'm your host, Karen McCarran, and this is episode 121. So, welcome to the show. If you're new, welcome, welcome. If you've been with me since 2019, welcome back. I'm happy to be here. I'm feeling the vibe of recording lately, so you're going to get a lot of content. Brace yourself. So, the title of today's podcast is When You Are Scared, or When You're Scared, Take Action. So, what do I mean by that? When we and I did a live on it, so if you didn't catch the live, here it is, and it's going to live on the site forever and ever and ever. So, what do I mean by that? So, when you get scared in your business, oftentimes what we do is we end up just shutting down and not doing anything for whatever, right? We just stop all sales activities, we stop outreach, we stop hanging out with other people who are doing business. We really just shut everything down. So, when you're in that zone, when you're in that frequency of feeling stagnation, feeling scarcity, feeling lack, the worst thing you can do is shut down. And I don't mean shut down for like a day or like a couple hours. I'm not talking about like taking a minute to like refresh. I'm talking about full blown shutdown. And I've done it. I did it recently where I'm leveling up my company to a really different like different level, and I get scared, right? I've never been at that level. I've never called in the money that I'm calling in. I'm calling in for big numbers. And it freaked me out to the point where I just shut down. So I got scared, I shut down. And like, how likely am I going to have how likely is it going to be that I'm going to have any type of success in the leveling up if I fucking shut down? I'm not. It's going to just shut down. That'll be it, the end of it. So, what did I do? First of all, I got real. Like I tell you guys all the time, get real with where you're at. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't make it worse than it is. Tony always says that. Don't go making it worse than it is, but definitely like own where you're at. Own it. I'm feeling a way about this. What is this really about? Get curious about what it's really about. Like if you're not sitting in, like I started to question it, right? I'm like, okay, so here I am trying to take the company to like multiple six figures in its first full year of like on purpose, charging for my time appropriately, full year of coaching. And I want to take it to multiple six figures. Okay, well, I've done that before. I've just done it in a lot longer, right? I took we took a good 18 months to do it the first time. So now I'm trying to do it in 12 months. I'm trying to shrink the quantum physics of the whole thing, which is normal and part of the process, but I can shrink it. So, but that's all new for me in this business. That's all new energy that I have to call in. That's all new shit I don't know how to do yet. So, my instinct originally, initially rather, was to shut down and then start doing the pity party, a bit of the pity party, or start feeling just kind of like I'm flailing around. Like I don't really know what the hell I'm supposed to do next. So I took action. I reached out to my coach. I reached out to people in my mastermind group. I reached out to my daughters because they're both entrepreneurs. And I just said, like, here's what it is. Here's how I want to level up. But I'm freaked out. I'm taking, I'm retreating. I'm kind of having that moment of holy shit, is this real? So all of the people combined, plus my knowledge on the subject and what I coach, is take action. So action I took. Reaching out to the coach was the biggest piece of action. Signing on for programs sometimes is action. Signing up for an event is action. So for me, what I did is I reached out to another coach of mine that I work with closely. He does timeline therapy work. I'm getting certified in that because it's that powerful. So I reached out to him. We had a conversation. We had a session. We moved a whole bunch of blockages that were there. And magically, not magically, hashtag kidding, not kidding. Um, Everything just started to move forward. And I leaned into this next level that I'm at in the business. But I took action, right? Like no business ever became successful by sitting around twiddling their thumbs waiting for shit to happen like that. It doesn't work that way. It's never going to work that way. I almost like to discourage people from starting businesses. Like I mean, I know that sounds counterintuitive to our whole empowerment industry right now, and I do air quotes. If you're watching this, you'll see them, but if you're listening, you won't. I do air quotes because a lot of people talk a lot of shit. Like, let's empower each. Okay, but you're not gonna fucking empower me by sitting there and not making money. You're not gonna empower me by like talking about all the things you can do, but not doing them. Like, that isn't empowerment. That's just lip service. Like, walk your talk. I walk my talk. I want you to walk your talk. I can't take you. I say this constantly. It's a broken record. I can't take you where I'm not willing to go. If I'm not willing to throw up my hand and be like, coach, I'm freaked out right now because you're helping me to level up to a place I'm not sure I even know where that is. Help. If I didn't throw a hand up, I can't ask you to throw a hand up. I can't ask you to take action. Like, people want to, like, and this isn't a dig on people who try to be entrepreneurs. I'm just here to tell you, like, the real deal here is the fact that, like, there is no this is not the easier path. If you think going and starting your own business is the easier path, you're absolutely mistaken. I promise you it isn't. Is it the better path? 1,000,000%. Do I have time freedom like I've never had before? 100%. I work 1 day a week. The rest of the time, I'm doing sales activities, I'm doing marketing activities, and I'm chilling. I'm going out for coffee. I just went out for coffee with a really good friend of mine. Like, is it the better option if that's who you really are called to be? Yes. But is it easy? No. And if you are stuck and you're like, I want to start the business, or I want to scale the business, or I want to do better numbers, and just sitting and stewing in the fear of it and the anxiety of it and all of the shittiness of it, that will never, ever, ever, ever propel you forward, ever. Take action. When you're scared, do something to move the needle. One of the biggest problems in that area, though, is when you don't know what your vision is. Get clear on your vision. My vision is to impact 10,000 women this year. How am I going to do that? I'm going to do that by impacting and having 100 women come through my STO Accelerator program by the time 2021 rolls to its end. And they will impact at least 10 people in their circles. There's my 10,000. Right? But like, action. If I didn't put my hand up and say, coach, I'm freaking out. If I didn't reach out to my daughters and say, guys, I'm freaking out, then I would have still been sitting in it thinking, oh, it's the business. Oh, again, right? Like, we go back to that self-deprecating talk. It's the business. I'm not cut out for this. I'm not really, and maybe you're not an entrepreneur. If you're sitting in that and 6 months goes by, there's a good chance you're not an entrepreneur. We're a special, weird breed. In fact, I even say oftentimes I'll talk to entrepreneurs who've been diagnosed with ADD, and again, air quotes, when really they're just a fucking entrepreneur and they see the world differently, and we move fast and we have fast ideas and da, 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 da. I do 1,000 things a day. Okay. And if like a doctor was watching me, they would probably be like, that chick there's something up there, but I get it all done. I can post-it note in my head and come back to it. Like, we're just entrepreneurs. So that was a total tangent. I'm just letting you know. But like, when you're feeling that fear of whatever it is, whether you're in a growth mode in your business or whether you're in startup mode in your business, whatever the thing is, when you take action, you just feel better. You just feel better. So do that. Do that. Do 5 things today. If you're freaking out about whatever, do 5 things today that will move the needle closer to your vision. Right? So for me, I do lives more often. I record podcasts. I will reach out to 3 or 4 people each day that I have had communication with and do follow-ups. I will reach out to 50 to 200 new people to bring into my buyer pool. There's lots. There's no shortage of ways to move the needle. But pick 5. Write them down. Put a little check mark next to it when you're done, but take action. That action is going to energetically move the stagnation out. Nothing, just sitting in it will not make it happen. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you want to have a chat with me, you know where to find me. Yeah, and that's it. We'll see you on the next episode. I love you so much. Bye.